Hello, my name is Daniel Azman Fitri bin Abdul Rahim. Hi, I'm Darius Akasha. I'm from the Form 2407030.
Hi, my name is Adam Dawishi bin Ahmad Shukri.
Welcome to my navigation activity, where I join with two other members. I have Akasha with me, and also Adam. In this activity, however, we'll be explaining about some street stars according to one flight starting from Singapore, Changi International Airport, all the way to Tokyo Airport. Okay. Hi, I'm Darius Akasha. I'm from the Form 2407030. So why we choose from Changi to Haneda? Because many people wanted to go to Haneda because during the winter days, because people want to experience the snowy place, the snowy place, and they also want to experience the mountain Hokkaido. So that's it. Okay. We all know that Japan has some unique structure and also unique ecosystems, such as the cherry blossoms, which only occurs during mid-winter. Especially during December month of the year, people tend to travel to Japan because of its winter conditions. There are also other reasons, such as in December, Changi faces what we call as wet season, where there are frequent rains, such as right now, where there is rain, which is one of the reasons why people tend to travel to Japan. Other reasons suggest that to follow their traditions, their cultures, their cuisines, and also their delicacies, such as their noodles, their sushis, and also other foods that are close to them or close to their culture. Other reasons suggest that during December, there tend to be less people traveling, so the places there will be more relaxing and less stressful. Okay, cut. So during that time, people can enjoy experience such as they can skiing the Mount Hokkaido, which is the best mountain in the Haneda. And people also can experience to touch the snowball, and they can play with the season.
So guys, there are other mountains including Hakuda, and the largest ski area in Japan, the Shikokogen, has a stunning view of the Yoshinatsukogen National Park. So Japan is renowned for its high hospitality and friendliness, which are very respectful and kind, combined with the aesthetic vibes of the countries like people see online.
So why we choose Haneda Airport? We choose Haneda Airport because the airport is basically located near the city, which is convenience to the travelers. And travelers can use the public transport to go to anywhere. And like I said before, the airport is located near the city, right? So the travelers can use the public transport to go to the tourism place near the city. So that's it for me. Thank you. One of the main reasons why Haneda Airport is so special is because it is considered one of the oldest airports in Tokyo. It opened in 1931 and has considered a primary domestic hub once upon its time, and now is providing international flight services because of its increasing popularity. Okay,
So, international flights means more tourist capacity and attraction to the region and country. Combined with the connected transportation links around Tokyo, it makes tourists more easy to travel.
So, either sliding down the largest mountain, which is Hokkaido mountain. They also can enjoy climbing the mountain, which is we call the Moto no Sumi Inari, which is they can enjoy the beautiful sceneries, such as during the sunset. So people can take the picture and can experience to hiking to mountain Moto no Sumi Inari. So there's the reasons we choose to go to Haneda Airport. They provide many tourism place to go to enjoy the experience.
With tasty cuisines, and their ramen, their sushi, there's a guaranteed taste for everyone.
So this is what makes Tokyo Haneda Japan a country worth visiting. So if you guys are traveling, Japan is one of the good country for you guys to visit. So do consider Japan in your travel checklist.
Hi, my name is Adam Dawishi bin Ahmad Shukri, holding metric ID Deform 2407041. So today, I'm going to talk about the seat and star in aviation. So the first thing first, I'm going to talk about the seat, which stands for the standard instrument departure. So seat is a pre-planned route where aircraft follows when exiting or departing from an airport. So the purpose of a seat is to help aircraft departing from a busy airport into an open airspace. So after the takeoff, the plane follows a specific routes or directions like turning or the altitude changing until it reaches the point where it can continue its flight to the destinations. So for example, after the takeoff from an airport, the plane follows a path that guides it away from other flights and into the airspace for the journey ahead. So up next, I'm going to talk about the STAR, which is the standard terminal arrival route. So STAR is a set of route where aircraft follows when coming into the airport or approaching an airport. So the purpose of a STAR is to help aircraft get out of the en route or cruising phase into an approaching phase to land at an airport. So the plane follows a predefined path with specific instruction like altitude and direction that will guide the aircraft toward the airport. So for example, before landing at an airport, the plane follows a path that safely brings it into the terminal area where air traffic controllers ATC can guide it to the runway. So to make it more easier to remember, the key points of seat and star, which you can always remember, for seat, it always guide an aircraft out of the airport, which means they are departing from an airport into an airspace to continue its flight. So as in for star, on the other hand, it is for guiding an aircraft coming into the airport, which is, you can call it approach, I guess. Yes, you can call it approach to airport for landing. So both of the seat and star is made to ensure safety and to avoid traffic problems, to make air travel more efficient.
So this is the departure charts of the Singapore Changi Airport. Basically, the charts give information for the pilots which runway they can use. So basically, all the airport they have a different charts. So the pilots need to study the charts because every airport have a difference, right? So this chart is very important because they provide all the information about the takeoff, about the which runway to use, and you can see the line here about the. So this all the information is very important for the pilots to study. Every pilot need to study these charts first before their flights, because every airport they have different charts and different informations. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So Akasha explained about the standard instrument departure chart for WSSS or Singapore Changi Airport. But now we are looking at what we call a star chart for Singapore Changi Airport. Star chart refers to an aircraft trying to land to the airport rather than to depart from the airport. As you can see in this chart, it's rather simple, unlike Tokyo Haneda chart, which we can see here. There's this holding pattern, which aircraft use to mitigate the risk of traffic congestion or interference with other aircraft in the airspace itself. There's one here and also there's one here. As you can see here, this is their heading, and also here on this long line is likely where the aircraft is coming from to enter to this line or enter this holding pattern. Here what we call as star chart, and also here we can see is WSSS, which is the ICAO code for Singapore Changi Airport. So we've talked about Singapore SID and star chart. So now let's get into the Japan star chart, SID and star chart. Specifically in this is its standard instrument departure chart. Usually this is used when flights are taking off from the airport. As you can see here, this is RJTT, which means it's ICAO code for Tokyo Haneda. If it is IATA, then it might as well write here as HND, which corresponds to the Haneda name. As you can see here on the top side here, this is its instructions: climb right or climb runway. It also has HME, which means height monitoring equipment, likely used to calculate the altitude, the direction, and much more. So this is their flight route. Usually it is created like this to avoid traffic or intercept with other aircraft flying within their way. So to avoid such as congestion or traffic or even risk of incident and accident. So that's why they follow this kind of route. So here we have VOR, DME, which means very high frequency omnidirectional range, and DME means distance measuring equipment. So this is created by Civil Aviation Bureau of Japan using a system or using a system that is called Jefferson. Jefferson create this type of chart, or there's another company which called a Viagraph or something like that creates similar chart like this for pilots to use to navigate about their way. So this is what this standard instrument departure chart looks like. So now let's talk about the star chart and what differentiate between this and the other chart. Okay, let's go. We've talked about SID chart before. Now we're going to talk about the star chart, which is the standard terminal arrival route. What differentiate between SID and star chart is this. SID chart is for departure flights and star chart is for arrival flight. Usually where the aircraft should be landing at their designated runway, or what kind of flight pattern they need to follow to make way for other aircraft. As you can see here, it is a holding pattern for aircraft to use, and also one down here for aircraft to use to make way for other aircraft. Usually if the other aircraft is prior to land first, or if there is other aircraft close to the airspace, and to avoid any risk or mishap from occurring, that's why we use holding patterns such as this and that. Here is RJTT, which is the ICAO code for Tokyo Haneda, which is IATA code is HND, obviously because of the name again. And here we can see is flight route or flight course, as I would say, from where is distance coming from, either from here or here. Okay, single and dual arrival is what we call as waypoints. Usually these waypoints is what the aircraft need to follow to stay in their course, to prevent from misaligning from their course or fly away from the designated course. They use what we call as single or dual arrival, similarly as HME or height monitoring equipment. These waypoints are what is crucial for pilots to navigate. This is to ensure and avoid any loss, any aircraft loss from the original course. So similarly, we have VOR and DME, which is very high frequency omnidirectional range and distance measuring equipment. And here is Haneda. Okay, so I hope you understand what SID and star means and what differentiate them. So there is a slight difference between SID and star chart in this context or in this image right here. Similarly, it is 31 of October 2024 with the other SID chart. Okay, so that's it for Tokyo SID and star chart. So now I'm going to move on with our conclusion. Thanks guys. Hotway kat belakang tu. Kalau nak projek lah.
We're students from Unicam. Is that right?
Asal aku seorang ni?